Hi, I know the quality of the previous episode was pretty rough, and I apologize for that. No more recording in low light from now on. Even if it burns my eyes, I'll just suck it up and power through. My eyes are doing better today though, so I think it's not gonna be an issue. The previous episode was the premiere of season 2. Some things changed, but at the same time seems like they mostly stayed the same. I would say that they changed just on the surface level. The optics of it have been adjusted just to appear like a more humane treatment of innies, but essentially it's the same slavery with extra steps. The freedom of choice is limited to either stay at work and be a slave and have no other life outside of it, or just die, be erased and not have any life at all. Not much of a choice, not a great choice, that's for sure. But again, no idea what the alternative might be. Like, what could be a better solution? Just a horrible situation to be in. Anyway, I really hope that in this episode we get to see the Outies, mainly Mark. I really want to see what's going on with him, or rather I really want to see a flashback to that night when his innie replaced him. I really want to see what happened after the Outie Mark was back in control. I want to see the fall down with Helly after she went back to being Helena. I really want to see what happened there. I want to see if Bert ever got to open the door, but mainly Mark. I definitely want to see the resolution with Mark. I want to see if his exclamation about Miss Casey or Gemma, his wife, being alive was actually interpreted correctly. Somehow I doubt it, and that would be very frustrating, but at the same time it might be why he came back to work. But if he realized it immediately that it was her his other self was talking about, he would have come back right away. He wouldn't have waited for months. So it was probably not the reason. Probably still doesn't know. That's very frustrating. But I guess we'll see. I honestly can't wait to watch this episode. So I think I'm just gonna get on with it. But before I do, I'm 4 episodes ahead on Patreon and Ko-Fi. If you don't want to wait and want to see uncut reactions, then you can check those out. Links in the description. But for now, let's watch the episode. Always happy to see Nepal Original on my screen.
David! No. Listen, we're not
Wait,
happy.
this is how the first episode started.
We're prisoners! She's alive!
Oh my god. Yes, now we see in the other perspective, the perspective of the other Mark.
Okay.
Mark, you take her for a second.
It's okay.
Don't go far, though.
The way they're reacting makes me think they just thought that he meant the baby. Oh my god, this is so frustrating.
So this is you now?
Yeah.
Maybe she will figure it out, she's smart. Is he aware that he was switched with the other Mark? Because he didn't seem weirded out by her question. But how could he have been aware? Oh, come on. If only she noticed he was holding the photo and maybe connected the dots with that and what he proclaimed. It's bad. Who is this? Another Egan? No. Seems more like security or something. She's gonna be mad, maybe disappointed.
Fetid moppet.
Oh my god.
Father?
He has no respect for her, or caring for that matter.
I'll have someone from the floor liaise with the Outies.
We need to find out who they talk to. Promptly.
His voice is crazy. This is from the belt. They're not showing what happened to Irvin. So did Bert just not open the doors? There's nothing to show?
Said and who they said it to.
And shall I fire them?
Let Kier guide your hand.
Of course.
Interesting. Yet she came back. Was she forced to come back? Or did she change her mind? I feel like she just does what she's supposed to do, what they tell her to do. This is a cool view.
Thank you for acting so quickly. You saved us from disaster.
And yet she was not rewarded for it.
I personally owe you a debt of gratitude.
It cost me dearly.
It did.
Both of them are kind of in a doghouse and dealing with each other.
Which is why we'd like to ask you back.
Oh, I thought this would happen. I guess she denied it?
An apology
Oh.
is warranted.
Is she not gonna apologize and that's why she's not back?
I apologize.
Oh. Then why isn't she back?
We've treated you poorly.
Maybe she didn't want to go back if Mark is not there?
I welcome your contrition.
She's such an odd woman.
I recommend we start by scouring.
Maybe they're gonna
the feed,
offer
and I
her a
need to
different
interview
position.
Bill and G to see how he gained access to that.
We have something else in mind. We'd like to offer you a promotion. Severance Advisory Council.
So she might have accepted. She's just not in her previous position.
It's a brand new initiative. You'd be spearheading its formation. Your expertise is greatly valued.
Which is why I should be running the severed floor.
Oh, is it just not part of the severed floor at all? Huh. Interesting.
Mr. Milchick has been promoted to floor manager.
Of course, she would want to be involved
You
with the
don't
severed
value me.
floor. It's not really of her interest to do anything else.
You fear me.
Okay.
If we didn't hold you in such high esteem, we wouldn't be making this generous offer.
Is she gonna refuse it or accept it and then try to get to the severance floor anyway?
I'll put some thought to it.
Thank you for coming in, Harmony.
She does need a job, I imagine. Is she gonna record a message for her, Annie? Maybe threaten her, tell her not to disclose who she is on the outside?
Earlier this evening,
Oh.
at an event where I was excited
Okay,
to
never
share my
mind.
status
It's just
as
a
severed
message for the
individual,
public.
I made the poor decision to consume alcohol while on a non-lumen medication for an arm rash. This had an inebriating effect, which caused me to say some deeply regrettable things.
No way anyone's gonna buy
Mr.
that.
Milchick.
How's your night been, Mr. Bailiff?
Fine. They're showing Barbara of Seville on TV.
I think he's
so
lying.
I've just been here.
Wonderful. And you're feeling well?
Oh, he's definitely lying
Oh,
because
God.
he
What did I eat?
must
in there?
have come back on the doorstep of Bird. So he knows
Why
something
don't you
definitely
tell me what's
happened.
going on, Mr. Milchick?
In the moment, I thought I was being funny.
You know your Innie is a friend of mine. I feel confident he'd approve of me saying so. And he's a man
He's
of principle.
not buying his
which
bullshit.
is rare. Which is what makes this so difficult.
Oh yeah, he's firing him.
You were involved in a physical altercation with another employee this evening. It was brief but violent, and I regret to say that you
I
were
like
the
how he's not
aggressor.
saying it was
As
him.
such, I'm afraid we've no choice but to terminate your employment effective immediately.
Distrust of Lumon
Because
has
they
been
have no
sadly
memories of
endemic
what's
since its
happening
founding.
there. They can tell them
My words
anything.
provided more
That's
fuel.
really convenient.
What am I supposed to tell my wife?
This was a joke. And a lie.
I'm sorry.
Damn.
But I'm also human.
Debatable.
Just like my Annie. Just like you.
Snake. New intro. I was hoping that there will be one in episode 2. Sometimes seasons start without an intro and then it pops up later on. Oh, it's like the heads of balloons. What is that? Oh my god. Those are children? Oh, it's brain. Oh, that's so cool. He turned into a goat? Oh my god. There's so much going on. I feel like there's a lot of symbolism. Ooh. It's like a storybook. Was that Haley? I would expect Miss Casey to be there. That was freaky.
Don't punish the baby, Rickon. This wasn't its fault.
Of course. Good night, Rebecca.
What a strange thing to say.
So what?
So you said she's alive.
Okay, good. They're still on it. They didn't
I'm
forget.
trying to help you.
If I may, I really did feel it was clear you were referencing the baby. Patton had just saved her,
Well, he found her, yeah.
and I think that your workie was excited.
If they're discussing it, he must have said that he was holding the photograph, right?
Obviously, I was referencing the
Oh
baby.
no.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay.
Yes. No,
No,
I
it's
think
it's
you're
just
right.
hard to believe,
agree.
of course, that there is even a
Take her for a second.
slight possibility that
So
his
let's
wife that
talk
he's been
conspiracy
warning
shit.
is
You're
actually
looking for
alive.
Eleanor. You find this picture, which obviously is of interest to you, so you pick it up.
Right.
Okay, so
And then
they
when
know
Patton
about the
found Eleanor-
picture.
Eleanor was in the study because.
Because Mrs. Selvig left her in there, or Cobell, whatever the fuck.
Right.
Perhaps Co-Belvig would be a helpful nomenclature?
And assuming that she's alive really was about the baby.
Well, you don't think it was?
It wasn't.
I do think it was.
Then why are you saying it like
There
that?
is doubt.
You found great meaning in it, profundity. Oh, God damn it, Rebecca.
I don't think it's her.
Why are you being a dick to me? I'm trying to help you.
I'm just trying to get.
Hale.
Is it Milchick? Yeah.
Seth Milchick from Lumon. Is Mark Scout here?
He's
by
gonna
chance?
fire him too.
Yes, he is.
Why was he allowed to come back though after 4 months, even before like he convinced them to let them all be
Scout.
back? What changed, I wonder? I would think that Harmony
Yes, it was
influenced
me.
it, but she's not even part of it, so I don't
Right this
think
way.
that's the case.
Okay, so
That is a magnificent helmet.
what happened tonight is what we call the Overtime Contingency. It's a safeguard we employ if we ever need to access your work personage off company grounds.
I feel like
Yeah,
the
you never
workers,
told me
yeah,
that.
like, they're supposed to
OTC
know that,
disclosure
no?
can be found in your start paperwork.
If I tell you, are you going to punish him for it?
We have no punishments at Lumon.
Can you trust his response?
Yeah, speaking of violations, just wondering how common it is for your managers to commit fucking lactation fraud.
And her behavior at Lumon seems to be the source of your innie's distress. She will never descend to that floor again, nor bedevil you.
So that's
out
why
here.
they're keeping her away.
I think we've just said all there is to say.
Unfortunately, it's almost
circle
the
back.
truth. Like, there is not much to say.
In the meantime, I hope to see you
I wish
Monday.
that the other Mark shared more.
What your innie did tonight was completely unauthorized. It was also very brave. I'd hate to reward his courage with non-existence.
Interested how he both painted his Innie as the villain that violated him, but also as this brave hero that doesn't deserve to be punished. Like, pick a side, contradicting statements. Is he gonna go visit him again? I'm not sure what it can accomplish though. Neither of them have any memories of the Severance floor. I wonder if Milchick has a personal life. Why is she watching him? Wait, did Milchick even fire Mark? I can't recall him saying those words. It's almost like he just apologized and that was it. But if he didn't fire him, then he decided to quit. He was contemplating it before anyway, so I guess it would make sense. But why would they even want him back, but not the others, though? Uh-oh, is she gonna be mad about this? Or would she envy it? Maybe this is something she wants herself. She seems really fascinated by it.
In case we don't come back. In case we do.
I just had a wild thought. What if somehow this Helena is the one who came back to work. I don't know if they can like do the opposite of that contingency that activates your outie while you're on the severance floor. What if like she saw that and she really wanted that experience with Mark? She was so fascinated by it. And so she replaced her, and it would make sense why Helly didn't share with the others about who she actually is. I want to see his family. I guess they're gonna visit him at work too, so sooner or later we'll get to see them. I feel like his outie would be against it though.
You are so awesome. Smile.
Unless he really sees his Annie as himself, I guess then it would be fine. But I don't get how they don't see them as separate people.
Healthcare benefits?
Oh, sure, yes, of course, for you, your family.
Okay.
Is he looking for a new job?
How old were you when you knew you loved doors? If you could be any kind of door, what would it be?
Pocket.
Interesting. Yes. Tell me more.
Pocket door?
You know, doing your door thing, and then when you're not needed, you can just
tuck yourself away. Can I finish your eggshell?
Sounds weirdly comforting.
Semi-gloss.
That's hot.
They seem so similar.
You remind me of me, Dylan. We play on Fridays. There's a fun prize if you win.
You mean a door prize?
He did not appreciate that joke.
And they make their doors in-house. It's fucking hubris.
I was a severed employee, so.
You're a severed.
Is there prejudice?
Well, Mr. George, thanks for coming in.
What?
Damn.
Because I'm severed?
Like I said,
It's a
we'll
deal
consider the
breaker.
application thoroughly.
I wonder why,
You're
just
not
for
considering me at all. That's
ethical and
discrimination.
We
moral
need a certain
reasons.
kind of person here, Mr. George, not a certain kind of two people. I mean, what do you think this is, a carpet factory?
What?
You want to circumcise your brain, that's your
Oh my
business.
god.
I think it's abhorrent.
Okay, they're not so similar after all. Should have probably kept that bit to himself if he didn't say in his papers that he was severed.
Read the room. I would have picked up the phone if it was good news.
Oh, I'm sorry. You'll get the next one.
Stop being nice.
I hope that's not his wife.
We need,
Oh my god, it is his wife.
more-
Get that he's frustrated, but he shouldn't be taking it out on his wife. But it's easier said than done.
He's your boss? And what about Selvig? Have you heard from her?
I went by there. No one answered the door, though.
Well,
Guess she moved.
we're not supposed to contact him, but Denise is a lawyer, and apparently you can petition.
I'm quitting.
So yeah, it is his decision.
Have you called them already?
No, I was
But
gonna do
again,
it tonight.
It's very interesting that they didn't fire
I'm
him.
sorry. Haven't you been trying to get me to quit
What's
that
so
place since I got
valuable
there? I thought I
and
was finally doing
irreplaceable
what you
about
want.
him?
No, yes, but
Like,
don't you
he
think
was
that
definitely
strange last
special
night?
in the eyes of
Then it's not going to be something that continues to haunt us. Do you know what I mean?
Us.
Yes. She was my family too, Mark. Fuck.
Did you have to tell her parents that she was dead? How about her students? How about this? Did your sheets smell like her for weeks
This is
afterwards?
unfair. Of course it hurt him more, but it doesn't mean that it didn't hurt her at all.
This is obscene.
I just want to be sure.
I am sure.
He can't allow himself hope because that hope being crushed is something that he cannot handle. I would not be going to Pips, that's for sure. It's the security guy. Now he's the one spying on Selvig, but she's probably not there. I wonder what happened to Rigabi. Is he gonna call Bert? Got the message? And who was he talking to? Is he working with somebody else, investigating Lumon? Could it be Rigabi? And who's watching from the car? Oh my god, it's Bert! Did he track him down because he visited him? He looked sinister, like he knows something. Like it's not just curiosity or suspicion because of that incident, like there's more to it. Oh no. That pineapple reminded me of that new game that they introduced to the workplace.
How happy are you with your current financial compensation? I ask because our endearment to you is such that a 20% bump is on the table.
They really want him back. They didn't just fire him. They really want him back.
Wow.
I wonder why.
And regular wellness checks from independent orgs would help you feel more excited to return.
Well, I don't know. Is that what they're doing?
It's the first step of many. Third question concerns your late wife, Gemma.
What about her?
There's no way he's gonna tell
In
him,
your
right?
intake interview, you cited her death as a primary motivator for severing. Do you remember what you said?
No.
He probably does.
She died. Every day feels like a year. That you felt like you were choking on her ghost. The Mark I've come to know at Lumon is happy. He cares for people. And he's funny.
Oh, he can't
knows
experience
nothing of the
being
pain I
him,
see in
so
you
what
right
does it
now.
matter?
He's found love. The solace you have given him down there will make its way to you.
Not sure that's how it works.
I hope you'll give us that time, Mr. Scout.
What do they need him for? What if Melchik just likes him? He's just emotionally attached to him, sees him as a friend. I don't know. I doubt it because he doesn't seem like the type. But I actually struggle to get a read on him, so maybe he is in his own weird way. Okay, so is this first time he came back to work? Is it after 4 months?
Are you satisfied with this?
Oh my god.
So who are you bringing into MDR?
My suspicion
I
is
got a photo
growing
from overseas,
that
and a
Helly
pair
might
were
not
laid
be
off from
Helly.
5X. I had 48 hours to pull this together. Hopefully there will be some chemistry.
What happened to these guys? Did they cease to exist after?
We need Mark S. back to work.
Go on ahead.
Long enough to complete Gold Harbor.
What is that? So, what they do with numbers might actually be important, and somehow he's the one who can do it,
Good night, Mrs. Scout.
Hi, Jed.
unless this is not related to the numbers. Yeah, the numbers might just be a front, I don't know. But there is a design to that process though, otherwise they wouldn't be able to sort it out correctly, so maybe numbers are important after all. They want him to do something regarding Miss Casey. I don't know, but I'm so curious.
If we truly are the face of Severance reform, as you say, then they deserve a chance.
It's so interesting. He was stopping him from passing the message, but in the end he's the one passing the message. Like, he didn't really talk through that thing. He's talking through this.
He won't finish without them.
Okay. So it wasn't like a pride thing. They didn't just want it to be perceived as like good guys by letting them come back, by sparing them, by showing mercy. They actually need them. They genuinely wanted to replace them, but because Mark was misbehaving, they needed him to do what needs to be done, and that was the way to accomplish it, by giving him what he asked for. It was a compromise. Wonder if they're just let in one by one so they don't communicate with each other. Is that Selvig?
Hey!
Hello, Mark. Just back from work.
Okay, stop with the
Where do you
charade.
think you're going?
What do you care?
What do I care? I ate your shitty fucking cookies.
They convinced you to stay. Was a pineapple involved?
Oh my god. Is this like a custom?
You're so easy to sway.
That pineapple was very convincing.
You fucking kid.
Oh my god.
Why did you do this? What the fuck is this all about?
You owe him something. Tell him about his wife being alive.
Do you know something about Gemma?
Come on, tell him. I think this is telling on its own, like she clearly does. Oh my god. That was terrifying. Phew. Great episode. I really wanted to get the perspective from the other side, especially straight from the ending of season 1, so a flashback, and to see how all the outies fared and what happened to them exactly, and just to fill in those gaps. I really wanted that, and that's exactly what I got. This show is just perfect with its pacing and storytelling. It gives you what you need or want, even when you don't realize it exactly when you need or want it. It's great. I think that I probably got way too paranoid about Haley, and it is just her. Nothing really indicated that there is a plan to replace her with Helena, or that there is even a method to do so. But at the same time, if it was something that they were doing with the show, I don't think that they would have revealed or even indicated it so early on. So I don't think that it's entirely off the table. Bert watching Irvin in the car, there was just something really strange about him. I don't know, it wasn't just this innocent, unsuspecting man that got confronted by the lunatic that showed up at his house. I think that there might have been more to it. Maybe not, maybe it's exactly just that. He's just concerned about what happened there and maybe suspicious of Lumon or just of Irvin. I don't know, but again, my paranoia is telling me that there's more to it and there's something sinister about Bert's outie. Might just be reaching. Just putting it out there just in case. I wonder what Outie Mark is gonna do now that he has even more suspicions about Gemma and her being alive. I think that a lot of little things that on their own wouldn't really paint a picture are just coming together and indicating that there is more than just her being dead. So even if he is not convinced, I think that there is doubt. And at this point, I think even before there might have been, but he was just suppressing it because he was scared to hope. But now I feel like he would be just unable to just completely repress it and ignore it. He will have to confront it somehow, but I don't know how. You'd think that he would try to communicate with his innie, but not sure how he would be able to do so because of their strict policy of no passing messages to each other. They can pass video messages perhaps, because that did happen with Haley, but I don't think that they would respect that wish if Outie Mark wanted to do so, and it would also raise questions, and whatever he might want to say would have to be encrypted somehow that only his innie would understand. But considering that they're not really familiar with each other, regardless of how crazy that sounds, I don't think that they would have some sort of secret language that they would be able to speak in a way that only the other understands. I don't know. So yeah, I'm not sure how he would communicate with his other self and what he can possibly do to investigate the disappearance of his wife and her being potentially alive. I really enjoyed this episode. I can't wait to see more, honestly. It is getting pretty late, so I can't watch another, but as soon as I can, I will be here and I will be glued to the screen, catching every word, trying to analyze it. I wonder if Selvig is out of the picture now, or if she's still gonna be working for Lumon and maybe somehow her past gonna cross with other characters later on. Maybe she would even gain access to the Severance floor again. You never know. Definitely super interested about whatever, what did they call it? Cold Harbor. Very interested about what that is and why Mark seems to be the only one who can accomplish it, or rather it has to be a team, but he has to be the one leading it and be agreeable. Is it the numbers? Is it something else? Is it something with the testing floor and Miss Casey? Is it the combination of those things? Is it something else entirely? I have so many questions, so many theories, and this is a blast. I love this show. I really don't want it to end, but all things must come to an end. Anyway, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this reaction, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and maybe leave a comment too. But for now, bye.